Here's a few stories coming up on this week's episode.
So my dad used to be a prop master.
I can't believe you stole that from Jurassic Park.
I went into Steven Spielberg's office. How much are you censoring here?
Quick reminder, I'm having a great time meeting you all on my stand-up tour. I'd love to see you in Wisconsin, North Dakota, Vermont, Massachusetts, Texas, and more. Head to alexclarkcomedy.com right now to see the full list of cities. And if your city's not listed, definitely request it at alexclarkcomedy.com. That's alexclarkcomedy.com. Enjoy the podcast.
I'm so glad you're here because each week we dive into someone else's embarrassing childhood, and we have someone who I think might win the grand prize here.
I don't know.
I hope. I don't know. I just met him. Ric Diez, everybody.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Now, you are our first guest that is not living in America, which is pretty exciting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So where did you grow up?
For the most part in Belgium, which in itself is an embarrassment.
Well, what makes you say that?
Everybody makes fun of Belgium as kind of a joke country. But no, Belgium's fine. Belgium is fun. Nobody knows where it is.
I liked it when I was there.
Yeah.
I was there for 3 weeks. I could not tell you where it is on a map.
See, that's my point. That is my whole point.
But when you think of your childhood, Belgium is kind of the first memories that pop into head.
Yeah, because I was 7 when I moved there, so I only have very, very few memories from before that.
What's like the first kind of embarrassing memory you have from growing up as a kid?
I face planted in public, broke my teeth.
You
on
did?
a bicycle. Yeah, I did that.
Wait, what happened?
Dude, I was on a mountain bike. This was in Spain, back home.
How old were you?
It was in my teens, so maybe not very early childhood. But I was riding my bike on a flat surface that was just old stone, right? So it's an old town. It's old stone, and it just rained a little bit. It's just slippery, and my front wheel just went under.
No.
And I just like teeth first. I hit the ground teeth first.
Did they fall out? Was there blood?
They didn't like fully fell out. It was mostly like I felt like I had dust teeth in my mouth. It was the weirdest, most unpleasant. But
I've had dreams like that.
Yeah. What else? Dude, my friends have just humiliated me so many times.
Who were your friends growing up?
Well, I had different groups of friends. I had my friends from school, and then I had my friends from in Spain, like where I spent my summers.
And when you said you had friends that humiliated you, were those the Belgium friends or the Spanish friends?
All of them, I guess. Dude,
now we know why he's a comedian.
Yeah, I mean, the teachers made fun of me for being skinny. You know what I mean? The teachers made fun of me. So, like,
do you remember any teacher specifically?
Oh yeah, I had a French teacher that called me a Spanish cow, just called me lazy, I mean, he insulted me so much, but he insulted everybody, to be fair.
Right.
He would find your weak spot and just dig in. He was anti anything. It's crazy. Like, he had so many. Today he would be immediately fired, but back then in the 90s it was completely fine. I had a Spanish teacher that would throw pieces of chalk at your face if you fell asleep. We were paying attention. Just like throw shit at you.
I'm just picturing the big chunky sidewalk chalk.
It was wild. Yeah, it's like he was dead on every time. So shit, amazing aim.
Did you ever get nailed by the teacher with that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude,
I had a teacher in college. It was the only class that was at like 7 o'clock in the morning that I had, and we sat. It was 8 kids. We'd sit in a circle. So everyone was always looking at each other. And because it was so early, I fell asleep in that class every single day. We had that class 3 times a week. And then I kept running into him after I was done with college, like at gigs. And like we went to school in Boston. I ran into him in Oklahoma and California. I just kept running into this guy that I'd fall asleep in his class.
No, I think in school what happened was, for the most part, I kept getting bullied.
Okay.
But
were these by friends or by enemies?
Where there was like the gentle bullying was just like my friends just like banter. They would just insult me. I would insult
roasting
them back,
each other.
roasting
Friends
each other. But the worst part was that was fine. It's just some kids that had what do you call it when you have to do the grade again because you failed because you
repeat flunk.
They flunked, I guess, or whatever. Or the
held back.
They were held back.
Held
back. That's it. And they were bigger, and they were just physically threatening me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I was really afraid of them. But I was lucky enough that...
Was there ever like a big altercation or a moment you remember?
No, I learned after I finished high school that some of my friends had protected me from them.
Oh, okay.
They were like, no, don't beat him up. He's cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I just had a big mouth, so I didn't know. I just said things to them that I didn't know was
Like
insulting.
smart ass kind of
Oh
things?
yeah. I didn't know that, but yeah, they really wanted to beat me up. But thankfully, they had victims that were more accessible to them. That they were actually physically beating up. And yeah, I never got beat up.
Did you know any of those kids?
There was this one kid in my class who was very psychotic. He was really one of the meanest ones.
This kid is a bully that you're talking about.
Yeah, it was just the worst. There was this one other kid that people were calling gay. We don't know if he was gay or not.
Right.
But you know, if somebody's gay at 14 back then, if you were gay, we're in the closet. You were not publicly gay in the 90s. You know, it was too dangerous. But this guy, dude, he grabbed that kid and just by the back of the head and just threw his head against
he didn't.
Against a cupboard, but like on the corner. Just
Right.
like, bam.
That must have been terrifying.
Yeah, and he was like in actual pain. Like he actually just almost like broke his face.
Yeah.
In front of everyone. And just
Oh
randomly.
my
He
God.
just walked in, grabbed him, boom. What happened to me, I guess, was just being insulted.
Yeah.
Just getting, it's just a daily just.
Was your the kid that got his head smashed in, is that kind of like the most violent thing you remember happening at school growing up?
I've seen other fights, but that was like a random act of violence. That was like proper scary. Because when you see kids fighting, you know there's been a buildup. Somebody said something, somebody else has said something. You know there's something going on. But here's was one kid was just standing there. And some other guy just comes, just like bashes his head in. Moves on.
That's so terrible.
It's absolutely terrifying. Yeah, it is.
That's
so
awful.
Yeah, and then you're like, this is what I have to live with. It's just constant fear. This could be me. So you're always mindful, right?
Yeah. So when you think back on that time, who are like the first people that pop in your mind as your friends?
Oh, I have there's a few of them. Yeah, I've lost touch with a large number of them, but I could get in touch quite easily if I had to, I guess.
Who are you thinking of exactly?
Well, there was like this one kid. We're still in touch. I mean, from time to time, like once every couple of years, we catch up or something. But he was a good friend. He lived outside of Brussels.
What kind of stuff would you guys do together?
This guy he was interesting. This one guy time he came to my house and we had this little American football thing, but not like a full size one, like a smaller one. And we were playing with it, and somehow he smashed his own head against a cupboard, and he started bleeding. He ended up needing stitches.
Oh no!
And the whole time he was laughing, and I was like, "How are you laughing through this?" I was like, "I don't know, man. When I'm in pain, I'm laughing." And I was like, "What is going on?" People are scary. Kids are scary. Then I had another friend. He was hilarious. He would watch adult content back then, with like. Was like this cable fuzziness,
right?
And you would see one.
So you mean like adult, like porn?
Yeah, but back in the day, like cable stuff, but like you would just watch and wait for the
one freeze frame.
Yeah, for the one frame to go in between, like in American Pie, like you could just see a nipple appear through the thing. You're like, oh my god!
Yeah.
And he would kept getting caught by his parents. I was like, oh, my parents caught me. I was like, all right. And he was like, oh, my parents caught me again. I was like, dude, at some point you should have a system. Like, how are you getting caught more than once?
Yeah.
Like, how did you?
That's a weird thing to walk in on your kid a second and third time.
Yeah. And one time I went to his place and he told me that he had found his parents' porn.
No.
And it was...
that's so nasty.
No, but it was crazy. I had found my parents' porn, but like his parents' porn was like old stuff like on...
Wait. Are you saying porn that your parents owned or porn of the parents?
Owned, not off. Yeah, no. Sorry, that they owned.
Okay.
But like they had like, what do you call it? Like the actual tapes that you need a projector.
Oh, really?
So he had like fixed the projector. And I was like trying to watch this whole porn on this roll. And
He's
like,
really committed.
Like, wow, dude, like you are desperate.
Yeah.
This one time I remember crashed the car because I was.
You?
And no, I did crash a car.
This is a different night, right?
No, a different day. Yeah, because you remember the Wonder Bra adverts?
Wonder Bread?
Wonder Bra? Well, like
Oh, no, I don't.
It was a bra that would lift your breasts.
I know what it is, but I don't know the commercials.
So they had like big billboards all over, right? And some of those ads were very distracting. So they were famous for causing car crashes. and one of my friends was like, "Oh my God, look!" And I was just, but I had seen the thing. The thing is, the car was going downhill, and I thought a car in front of me was still gonna keep going, but he ended up braking early. And then I kind of skid. I had to do an emergency brake. I had seen him, but
That's straight out of like a coming of age movie.
It was just pretty much like, oh yeah, exactly. It's coming of age. I do remember which ad it was and who was in the ad, though. That I remember exactly. It was the wife of a French soccer player. She was a famous model back in the mid to late 90s. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah.
That's hilarious. What were your parents like growing up?
My dad was here. He was here. He was in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he wasn't around?
No, he wasn't around.
Okay.
I was.
Were they separated?
Yeah, they were separated. Okay. Yeah, my mom was just working all day. She had a day job, and that was just a lot of alone time. A lot of alone time at home.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah.
Did your remember ever getting embarrassed by your mom or your stepdads?
Constantly. The one thing that my mom always embarrassed me with was, in Spain, it's very common to drink wine at some point or drink beer
as a kid.
Point. Well, as a teenager at some point, and I never drank. I chose not to.
Right.
And my mom kept saying to the waiters at any restaurants that we went to, like when they were taking any orders, he was like, "Oh, he doesn't drink," and I was like, "What?" He never asked. He didn't care. He made a scene every time. No, he doesn't drink. And I'm so angry at her because now she stopped drinking. And I'm like, what? Yeah, and she's like, I feel so much better. And I'm like, you've destroyed years of my life because of this. And now I was right the whole time. Yeah, you were right. Are you gonna say sorry or anything? Like, thank you? Nothing. Like, nothing.
That's hilarious. Would your mom drink a lot? Was it a problem growing up? It doesn't sound like it was.
No, she didn't drink too much. She was fine. She was. I never seen her drunk or do bad things. She was drunk. I think that's when she was younger, maybe, but no, not as a mom.
Yeah.
To her credit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have siblings?
I had a half sister that I didn't grow up with.
Okay. So you grew up an only child, it sounds like, more or less.
I grew up an only child. My best friend was my neighbor, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was he like?
He was great. I'm still in touch with him. He's a writer and a poet now.
Oh, cool.
He tried to be a drummer, and now he's an artist. He's both his parents are violin players, like orchestra players.
Yeah.
So he was bound to become an artist.
I cut you off just then. You were saying one time. I think you were.
Yeah, no, you're fine. This one time I paid him to touch his own poop, and he did it. And
glad we circled back to that.
Yeah. With him, the way Belgian houses are in Brussels, the most part is single-family homes. Most of them are converted into apartments, but they are the walls are stuck next to each other, and there's a garden behind every house. But there's no separation between the houses from the outside, from the street level, right from the outside. It's like and we would explore that whole neighborhood.
Oh, cool!
Just jumping. We got caught.
Oh, what'd you get caught?
We were in some house. They thought we were thieves or whatever. We're just.
Did you actually go inside the house?
No, we never got inside the house. Just thank God. But they were like, "What's going on?"
Right.
Oh, we got in so much trouble for that.
Oh, thank God they didn't have a gun or something.
Yeah. Well, thank God it's not America. Yeah. It could have been like police, guns, whatever. Over there was like, oh my God, there's kids in the.
Did they drag you by the ear back to your parents' house?
Yeah. Our main mission in life was this one time we read in some newspaper or some local magazine or something that near where we lived, there was some sort of, what would you call it? How much are you censoring here? We were.
You can say whatever you like.
We were pretty sure there was back in the day, that's what we called it. I don't know what the right term for it would be today, but it was a whorehouse. We were like, what, 12, 13, whatever, you know? It was just like, I mean, we're just like trying to find this building.
Right. This is like the movie Milk Money. You probably haven't heard of it, have you?
Milk Money, no.
It's a kid's movie, believe it or not. But these middle school kids find out that they can get a prostitute.
Yeah.
So they save up all their milk money and go into the city on their bicycles to pay a prostitute to show her boobs to them.
That's pretty much our mission. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
And then they end up liking the prostitute, so she comes to live with them and ends up marrying one of their dads.
What? Yeah. I have to watch this.
It's amazing.
This seems amazing. This is great. I haven't
So
seen
did that work out for your mom? Were you able to find a male prostitute for her to fall in love with?
No, unfortunately, no. No, never found the we ended up figuring out where that hotel was, but like years later.
Okay.
It was really close to home. It was like a couple blocks away. We're just so dumb.
Right.
It's just so ignorant. Just horny kids, you know.
I just picture you guys like drawing maps with crayons.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. It's just like, where is it? You know? Like we were, yeah. I remember no, dude. It's like somehow I avoided most of my biggest embarrassments. But most of my big embarrassments came later in life, like not as a child.
Sure, yeah.
As a child, I do have like some, you know, like what's. I guess I was just embarrassed all the time. I felt like I was living kind of this hippie semi-commune.
You were?
Yeah, and
So like all those houses you were talking about that were all attached.
no, but a couple of them were, yeah.
Okay.
But I did go. But my mom had a decent job, so I went to private school. So I would have my friends come to my place, and I would have to kind of like hide what the hell was going on.
Wait, yeah, I'm fascinated. What is this? Was this like a group your mom was part of?
It was fine. Everything was fine. It was good people. Some of them were a bit weird, but not in a sexual way. Just they were just a bit off.
Just
you know,
quirky people. Yeah,
just quirky people.
Quirky people are the best parts of every story.
Well, I grew up Buddhist. I grew up Buddhist.
Okay, cool.
And Buddhism in the West, I find attracts, brings a lot of good philosophies and has helped a lot of people heal from very unhealthy lifestyles. And I think that's great. But unfortunately, not all of them heal from those unhealthy lifestyles at the speed that you would want them to. So you're kind of like, why are you in my house right now? Kind of thing. So some people would be sometimes in and out of the house that were a bit awkward, you know, but nobody ever was like hurting me.
Right. Yeah. They were just kooky.
I never felt unsafe. It was just, it was kooky.
They were the comic relief of the.
Yeah, but it's more like okay, like I would go to my friend's house. He would have his family lives here and that's their garden,
right?
But they would come to my house, and no, we have to go through this whole thing and then go to a different house to get to the garden to then get back to the other garden. But when you're kids, you don't question reality.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, because houses were interconnected, right? A couple of houses, so like to get to the garden, it wasn't through our own house. You had to go to the other house first, then get back in.
So it sounds like you didn't live in a house like this where one family lives in it. You lived in a community of people that all shared.
We had our own key to our apartment, but still has like several apartments. But then it was like still a lot of people that were all interconnected. And
that was all not part of your family, but you'd see every day.
Yes, kind of.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, but it's hard to explain when you're 10.
Yeah.
It didn't really bother me, but it's hard to explain.
Did you have your own room?
I had my own room, yeah.
Okay.
I had my own room.
Were there other kids your own age in that community?
Yeah, well, my neighbor was not part of the community, but he was my age, and the downstairs neighbor was my age as well.
Did you guys ever get in trouble growing up?
Yeah, it was mostly we're playing like hide and seek and breaking stuff and climbing trees, and just like putting ourselves in danger constantly.
Yeah,
but
my dad spent a month putting up this above ground pool that was super expensive, and over the winter I was building a snow fort next to it, and I took a steel shovel and put it right through the side of the pool, and it exploded over the driveway. So that's the kind of stuff I broke. I ran in the house ghost when I was like, Dad, we have a problem.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah. No, I never like almost set the house on fire or anything like that. I was just conflictive. I was just, get upset, have temper tantrums. And then I was just shy with girls. I was just so awkward.
But those two kids liked you that were your neighbors?
Yeah, I always had some friends. I never struggled having some friends.
Right.
I was always social enough that I had friends.
Were you guys mostly outside or playing video games?
Yeah, we played Nintendo. We played a lot of board games.
What would you guys play?
We played Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah.
A lot of Trivial Pursuit, a lot of Hotel. You remember Hotel?
I don't remember Hotel.
Oh, it's pretty cool. Just you were buying real estate hotels, and it was kind of a
not Monopoly.
Monopoly, but it was called Hotel. It was just getting pretty competitive at those games.
Yeah.
It got really bad. I had another friend that we played Risk, and it got pretty aggressive.
That's a great game.
Yeah, but it got into like actual almost fist fights.
Yeah.
It's like the last time from that era that we ever played, because we reconciled since and all that. I think we tried to play a couple times, but it got so violent because I found one loophole in the rules that he hadn't thought of, and he always thought he was smarter than everybody, right?
Right.
And for the most part, he was always the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
But none of us were dumb either. So it was just like I found one little loophole, and he got so angry. He flipped everything off.
He did?
Yeah,
He flipped the board?
He flipped the board.
He flipped the board?
He flipped the
I see
board.
it going in slow motion,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pieces, and you're like, no!
No, to me, it was such a moral victory. I was dying laughing. I was, oh, you just lost it. I just got your ass. I got you so fucking
So
hard.
is that how the game ended, with just the board flip?
Kind of. Well, yeah, because you don't remember all the pieces.
Yeah.
Of, but then what bothers me is I don't remember what the loophole was, but I remember I read something. Something was, I got you now. And the thing is, we were making alliances. You know, you make alliances in Risk. And this one thing he did, like his sister would play with us sometimes. And his sister said this one thing one time that angered him so much. She was like a couple years younger. And she was like, yeah, I don't play to win. And he was like, what do you mean? He was like, what do you mean you don't play to win? What do you mean? What do you mean? So she would be in alliance with whoever or just make dumb mistakes. And she was like, why did you do that? You're making him win.
She just plays to piss him off, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
that pretty much. She was just, yeah, of course. Yeah. She was like, well, you know what? You're going to be like that? Well, I'm in alliance with him now. I was like, what? No. He would go crazy.
The last time my friends would play Monopoly with me, I'm very competitive and good at Monopoly,
Oh, yeah?
similar to kind of how it sounds like you guys were at Risk. You don't die in the game, but you like fold or whatever.
Yeah.
I won't let that happen. I'm like, well, I'll give you $1,000.
But you just randomly give them money?
Yeah.
What?
Just a little bit, just enough that I can drag the defeat out even longer. And so every time they'd have to pay me, I'd yell, money!
Yeah, Monopoly is a game I never liked. I never
Yeah.
fully understood it. I never fully. I was always more like a victim of the game than I was in control of what I
Right.
was of my choices in there.
Oh, I'd love to play with you. It sounds
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I stopped playing Trivial Pursuit because of my granddad.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Because one summer we brought the game to Spain and then we played with him. We played a couple games and he's just, so he would just be like the craziest, most difficult questions on literature and history and geography. He would just like that.
Right.
It was just so good.
He's like, when does the game start?
Yeah, so yeah. When are we actually getting to the hard stuff? Yeah. The only thing he didn't know anything about was pop culture.
Right.
That was his one caveat. But
makes
other
sense.
than that, he was just murdering us.
Yeah. I'm terrible at trivia because I'm just like, I either know it or I don't. This
Yeah.
isn't fun for me.
Uh-huh.
Whereas like other games with strategy, you can kind of plan and figure out. But with trivia, I mean, I'm also dumb as shit. So that doesn't help.
You're not dumb. Your house seems pretty clean. You're not completely dumb.
Would you hang out with your grandpa a lot growing up?
Dude, yeah, we used to play board games every night, play cards, play a lot of cards, play we just played every night. We played
my
cards, mahjong, a Spanish game called Parchís, and it was very funny. We just playing hours and hours every night.
I think that's like the go-to grandparents' activity. I loved playing games with my grandma. It's fun. Yeah.
It was the best. I really that was to me like I was honestly like looking forward to being home and playing games with them rather than being with my friends.
Yeah.
That's how much fun
Same.
we were having.
Was your grandparents your favorite relative growing up then?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, they were just cool to me. And my mom had to raise me, I guess, so she was a little more.
Do you have a memory with your mom of like a fun thing you did together growing up? Like the one time you did this thing that you remember?
Almost for a few years when I was a kid, like let's say, I don't know, 9 to 13, whatever it was, around that age. Every week we would go to the movies.
Oh, you would?
Yeah. We lived quite close to a theater, and we would go almost every week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so so thanks to her, I've seen a bunch of movies. And then in later years,
Do you remember any one specifics you went to see?
the one I vividly remember is Good Morning Vietnam.
I love that movie.
I
That
have
is
to
one
see
of my
that.
favorite movies.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
She told me the one movie she brought.
For people listening that don't know, that was like a breakout hit for Robin Williams.
Yeah.
He plays a radio DJ in the Vietnam War, and it's hilarious.
It's incredible, yeah.
Sorry, I
watched
cut
it
you
again.
off.
No,
What were
it's
you
a great
saying?
movie, yeah. And then she told me that she pulled me off. She pulled me out of the theater because I started crying, and I was like, really? But I cannot remember it. But when I saw Legend,
I don't know that one.
It's with Tom Cruise.
Okay.
And it's like this fantasy story, and there's like the villain is like the devil. He's
Right.
got huge horns.
Right.
Apparently, when I saw that big devil thing, it was so scary.
Yeah.
Now I look at it, I'm like, it's one of the best designed villains I have ever seen to this
Right.
day. It's incredible. But no, she took me to see all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, I just went to see just any like I can't remember every title, but I just went to
Right.
see everything.
R-rated adult movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Not the adult films that your friend was
No.
watching, but
no, but I guess stuff that here would be considered R over there was okay for 12-year-olds. And
Okay.
and she would
Okay.
just like the ratings are a bit different in Europe, and
Mhm.
so she would just take me to see almost anything.
that's cool. Your mom sounds
Yeah.
fun.
I saw like a lot of like what's the name, like a bunch of I didn't go. I don't think I went to see Basic Instinct with her. But I remember going to watch.
Please tell me you didn't see Wild Things with her.
No. I watched on my own a few times.
Me too.
just that 3-minute scene, you know what I mean?
You made it that long into
Yeah, just freeze frame, just like slow click, click, click. All those like late 80s movies. I
Right.
just went to see, I saw all of it at the movies. It was
Right.
pretty cool. It was just cool. And also she would consistently buy comic books for me. To
Oh,
read
were
them
you
as
into
a-
comic books?
Yeah, so she was into comic books, and so she gave me hers that she had as a kid.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then she would buy more for me. Yeah, now my mom has asked me this crazy thing. She says like, okay, I've been watching all of these Korean and Japanese TV shows, and a lot of them are based on mangas. And can you buy me a manga? I'd like to start reading manga. And I was like, all right, I'll try, I guess. I need
That's
to find
awesome.
what I buy for her. But
It doesn't sound like you guys would like dress up and go to Comic-Con conventions. Would you guys do
it's
that
one
stuff?
no, there was no Comic-Con back
Okay.
then. It's one of my dreams. Still haven't been. It's one of my
Okay.
dreams to go one day. I don't care about all the promos and all that stuff. Because Comic-Con has evolved to this thing where they announce TV shows,
Right.
and the MCU and the DCU. And I just want to go to where they have the actual comic books
Right, right.
and the
Yeah.
toys, comic books and toys. There's one comic book, if any of your readers has access to it, that I've been searching for a long time. And here's the thing: is I refuse to order comic books online. Of course,
Okay.
I could go online and buy it,
Uh-huh.
and I
Oh,
refuse
you
to
got
do
to
that.
find it in
I want to
person.
find it in person, or have somebody reach out to
respect
me.
that, yeah.
Because that's the fun quest, right? So there's one comic book I've never been able to find, and I've been chasing for years. It's #1 of Preacher.
Okay.
I have almost every issue of Preacher.
Okay.
Couldn't find a #1 to save my life.
We got to make that happen. Find #1 of Preacher for this guy.
If you have an extra #1 of Preacher, I'll pay market rate for it. That's all
What
I-
is market rate of Preacher? Do you know offhand?
No, I don't know. I'm guessing it can't be that expensive because it
Okay.
was printed in a.
So it sounds like you collect comic books.
Yeah, but only the ones that I actually enjoy reading. Like
Right.
I'm not obsessed about. I need to find #1 of Spider-Man at $50,000. I don't really care.
Do you have expensive comic books?
I have a couple of comic books that have gained a little bit in value, but nothing crazy.
But not when you purchase them.
No, I have a couple. I have a couple of #1s of Spawn.
Oh, cool.
I have I think I have a first appearance of the Punisher. But those are like worth what, $100.
Yeah.
I found a #1 of Vampirella.
What's that?
Vampirella, it's the artist that drew the cover used to draw all the covers for Conan.
Okay.
Like, he's
oh,
a
cool.
really respected artist.
Yeah.
So it's just a beautiful thing.
Looking back at your room, what
Yeah.
was the most growing up?
Yes.
What was your most prized possession in there? You think was it the comics or was it something else?
Now, I have a specific prized possession, but I can't really get into detail about what it is. But my dad.
Okay.
No, because I don't want people to come into my house. But I have some memorabilia.
Oh wait,
movie-
is it valuable?
Yeah, it's actually
Okay.
valuable.
Wait, can you say it and I can bleep it out?
I can say it, but you have to bleep it out.
Yeah, I'll bleep it out.
So my dad used to be a prop master.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, so he had some stuff from some movies that he was on. And then one of the movies he worked on was was
Okay.
and I have one of the
Oh,
one of the
you
original
do?
ones. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I can't believe you have that. Also, that's a weird thing to have at your house if
Completely
you're meeting
weird.
girls.
Yeah, and back in the day, now it's framed.
Yeah,
now,
no,
now, now it's framed. But back in the day, I would just put it on and I'd say hi to people with it.
And it doesn't help if a girl's freaked out to be like, it's okay, my daddy made it. That
Yeah.
doesn't really help.
Do you want me to put you on a play? And no, it's cool. I have a few things like that, but yeah, that it gives that. I haven't tried to see what it'd be worth, but
Right.
I'm
I
assuming.
mean, there's personal connection. You don't even want to know.
No, I don't want to know. I have an idea of what others that because he had more than one.
Did you have a lot of movie props growing up?
No, just
Okay.
just a few.
Okay.
My dad had a bunch, but he over the years since he retired, he sold most of it. Just auctioned most of it that he
Right.
had just to make money,
Right.
pretty much.
That's
Which
so
is a cool thing to do. But I was like, no.
Or wait, did you see your dad ever growing up? Like, did you?
Very little. Because he moved to the U.S. mid '80s, and then he would rarely come back.
Would you come to LA and see him?
Once I was old enough to be on a plane on my own.
Right.
So you had to be 12 and up.
Right.
So yeah, then I started coming early '90s. Every couple of years or so, I would come.
Did he ever
sometimes.
take you on set at movies or anything?
If he was working, he couldn't really take me on set. When he wasn't working, one time he had done a movie that was cool. That was one of my best memorable days. He had worked on a DreamWorks movie, and he had just finished working. I think it was still in post production or something.
Can you say what the movie was, or you don't know what it was?
It was either Schindler's List or Deep Impact.
Oh, cool.
It was one of the two, and so he had access to the lot.
Mhm.
So he took me into like Amblin Studios.
Oh, you got to go to Amblin?
I got to go to Amblin.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I went into Steven Spielberg's office.
You
But he
went
wasn't there. He
right,
wasn't there.
right.
Otherwise, I would have met the guy. I swear
Yeah.
to God. I went into his office. I saw his desk. I saw his family photos on his desk. I was like, everything in my brain was like, steal something. And I didn't.
Especially growing up with your
Oh my
mom
God.
taking you to the movies every
Yeah,
week.
no, I was just like, I was blown away. I still remember it. I was just like, they had like a hook, like pinball machine. They had the
Yeah.
actual hook, like in some glass case. They had,
Oh, from Hook, the
Yeah,
Robin
from The
Hood.
Hook.
Oh, I loved that movie.
yeah, such a good movie. They had a lot of Jurassic Park stuff. It's just crazy. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. It was just, he took me on the set of the Flintstones because he was just, he knew someone.
The Rosie O'Donnell one.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
but he wasn't working on it, but he just took me there. And then he drove me around the car. We took a golf cart and we drove around Universal Studios.
That's so
So, like,
sick.
Yeah, so when we stopped by the house. For people that have not been to Universal Studios, you get into these little mini buses and you can do like a tour.
Yeah.
So I had done that because
Right.
my dad took me to do like the first time I came to LA, we actually just went to Universal with normal tickets and stuff,
Mhm.
and we did that. But then he just took me with the golf cart. Like we were just taking photos. They were just
Yeah.
tourists. I mean, like it's just like, just driving around. To this day, I broke a piece off of the Jurassic Park's set. I have like pieces of rock at home. Still have.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
shit.
Yeah.
I just.
I can't believe you stole that from Jurassic Park.
But that was fun. That was a crazy day.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
That sounds like if you took all the memories I have with my dad, I
Yeah.
would trade it for that.
For that one
yeah,
day?
yeah.
No, you wouldn't. I would have rather. I would happily give back that day to have him in my life more as a child.
Oh, that's so nice and sad and sweet all at the same time.
Well, I mean, he was very absent when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and now we're in touch, and I'm like, come on, man, it would have been fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Would have.
So you guys have rekindled your connection a little
Yeah,
bit.
we talk regularly now. and
That's
it's-
awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Is he just like trying to get that prop back from you? So he's trying to get on your good side.
No, I think he's just like he getting old, and he just doesn't want to
Yeah.
just be alone. I guess.
Yeah,
You know.
that's nice.
Mm.
We're running out of time.
Yes, sir.
To end it, this was great. This was awesome.
Oh,
By the
thank you.
way, if you want to check out Ric Diez, where
Yes.
can they find you?
They can find me at Sadman Ric, SADMANRIC, Ric, on any platform, on Instagram ideally,
Yeah.
YouTube as well. Please watch my stuff. YouTube's monetized, so that helps. You can add me on Facebook. That's also monetized, so that helps. Share every Facebook video. Add me on Instagram because apparently you only get booked if you have followers in this
Right.
industry that cares
Right.
absolutely nothing about whether you're funny or not.
Follow
Thank
Ric.
you. Yeah. follow Alex. Book him.
Before you go, I have 3 questions I ask everybody.
Yes.
I call it the gauntlet.
Okay.
Are you ready for the gauntlet?
Yes, I am.
Looking back on your childhood,
hmm
what's a memory that makes you smile?
Okay. So when I wasn't a kid, but I was driving already this one time. there had been kind of a storm, and we were with my friends in that old Volvo that I was talking about.
Yeah.
And after it rained, there were some big puddles, and I drove on a massive puddle, and that just splashed onto a guy on a sidewalk, like on purpose. Just it was high. It went higher than him. Like I just annihilated the guy. A tsunami of wave, and I'll never think about that and not. Absolutely, I would do it again 100 times over. That was one of the best days ever.
Your props. In all the times we've done this podcast, that's the first time the answer wasn't sweet. That's my favorite one. And we have a special guest. Come on out, the guy from the tsunami. No.
Tsunami guy. He was so angry. We could see him in the mirror. He was like, "Come on!" It's harmless.
I just imagine
fun.
It was freezing cold. He got pelted. His wife probably just divorced him that day.
I hope so. It was summer. It wasn't freezing cold. Yeah.
I'm sure it was all in good fun.
For us, it was.
Question 2. What's a moment looking back, and you can't say the same answer twice, that you're proud of what you did?
Looking back, that I'm proud of what I did.
Something you're proud of.
I feel like I was supposed to travel with my granddad.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to take me around the world, and he couldn't, because then he got old and he didn't have enough money. By the time he had the time to do it, but I feel like I've made him quite proud. So
cool, yeah. That
I've
counts.
traveled. I've learned languages.
Every time you go somewhere new, you probably think of him too.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, he would have loved this. He would have loved that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Not as much as I love you annihilating that guy with the puddle.
No, that's unbeatable. That is the best day ever.
No, that's really sweet and sincere.
I want to remember that we might have driven back and got him a second time. I'm not sure if that's a real memory or not.
All right, question 3. What is one piece of advice you'd give childhood Ric Diez?
Be more vulnerable and less afraid of being you. You'll probably be more accepted than you realize.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get too self-conscious when we're kids, and you don't need to.
No, I was just very, very afraid of being different in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I had just been different from, being very open about who I was from the top, people would be like, "Oh, he's just confident. That's who he is."
Right.
They would have probably been impressed. "Oh, this guy is cool."
Yeah. But then you wouldn't be a comedian now. So
I would be way happier.
Yeah. So normally at the end of the podcast, I always ask people their favorite childhood snack. You said something called a balikoa?
Boyicao.
Boyicao. Which I looked it up. It's kind of like a long donut with Nutella in the middle.
Pretty much, yeah. But it's not the same texture as a donut. It's more like a brioche bread.
Right.
A little hard on the
boyicao. I normally get people the gift, but that is such a specific to Spanish thing. I couldn't get it for you.
That's okay.
So instead, I got you donuts.
Hell yeah, dude. That's my second favorite. I love donuts so much.
Normally I get one. Since I couldn't figure it out, I got you 4 different donuts.
Oh, come on. Let's share.
Those are for you.
What do you want?
I'll take this one.
All right, I'll go.
You want to cheers it?
Yeah.
It's not balikoa, but it looks like one.
Head to gladpod.com for more podcasts or to support us on Patreon. Either way, I am so glad that you were here.